Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look in this Soulforge and tell you what I think are the best weapons and troops to craft from there. Also be taking a look at this latest weekly event troop, the Daughter of Time, and telling you what I think about that. Anyway, I had a neck brace fitted a couple of years ago, and I've never looked back since. Alright, Daughter of Time, let's take a look at this. Create 5 hourglass gems and 5 freeze gems, then gain an extra turn. Oh my life! That sounds absolutely ridiculously awesome. 5 hourglass gems. All you got to do is make a yellow match. Hourglass gems are yellow. And all you got to do is a 3 match with them, and you're guaranteed an extra turn because it overrides freeze. And you don't need to get the usual 4 match to get an extra turn. And it gets an extra turn as well. Wow. Daughter of Time, you are superb. Allied Fey gain to life, immune to frozen, and 50% chance to convert a yellow gem to an hourglass gem when her turn begins. Wow. She is absolutely essential. Make sure you grab her, Daughter of Time. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, grab her all the way up to Mythic if you can. This is going to affect your power level kingdoms in the long run eventually. Absolutely magnificent. Right, resources. Also like to grab Spoils of War. From there, grab 10 of them if you can. More gold, more souls, more event keys, and more lovely treasure maps, which we all absolutely adore. Anyway, let's jump into the Soulforge itself. Still got a bit of a cold. Just my voice sounds funny. I'm still struggling not to cough quite often. Right, so first up, the weapons. First up is Sword of Ice. I'm not going to go over all the ones that are here all the time, like Eye of Zathanos, Shattered Blade, Broken Guard, etc. They are in my Soulforge extra video. I'll leave a link in the description below. Right, the Sword of Ice. Deals magic-based damage to an enemy, then creates 7 blue gems. So nothing fantastic on the damage. Not that fantastic a weapon overall. Only 8 mana cost though, which is crazy, super low. But it is important to pick these things up because there'll be times when your kingdoms are going to be effectively weapon blocked. I'll just show that here on something like this. I mean, I've got this one here, this third one, fully upgrade 12 Glacial Peaks weapons. But there'll be other times where you need different weapons, different amount of weapons to move on that kingdom. And remember, that's going to apply to all the kingdoms as well. So it is really useful to pick up those lower level weapons sometimes, which you think are no good because you're never going to use them, but they are important for kingdom progression. Icebreaker does damage to the first 2 enemies based on your magic, boosted by Fey allies. So again, a nothing too fantastic weapon, but important for kingdom progression. Silent Knight does magic based damage to the last enemy and silences them. So good for attacking a enemy in last place who could be stealthy, for example, and silence is very powerful. Silence troops cannot collect mana or cast spells, so not bad. Certainly good in certain situations. Frost Staff does damage to an enemy and deal double damage if there's an ice storm and create an ice storm. So again, nothing fantastic, but a collectible weapon for the kingdom. Glacial Crystal does magic based damage to an enemy boosted by Glacial Peak allies, then create a mix of 6 blue and purple gems for each Glacial Peak ally. Uses green and yellow, generates blue and purple, so at least make sure you've got a couple of other Glacial Peaks allies in your team to make use of all that lovely mana. Doomed Statue, not my favourite kind of doomed weapons. These give life to all allies, +2 per temporary level, then give 5 mana to all other allies, and if the enemy has a doom, give 4 more, and give 2 magic to all allies for each yellow enemy. So it has to be against an all yellow team to actually get the most out of it, but yeah, nothing too fantastic for me there. Not a fan of that one. Arboreal Crystal, excellent weapon this. Do love the explodey, summony weapons, but this one's particularly good because it explodes green gems, grants a random status effect to all elemental allies, and there's some very good elementals in this game, and there's a summon as well. But it's the upgrades which are kind of the icing on the cake for this. It has a Tangling and Leaf. Leaf is Leaf Storm, so it gets to create even more green and explode more green, charging up the team really fast, and entangles the top troop when cast. Very nice indeed. Do love the Arboreal Crystal. Ice Sapphire explodes magic +1 blue gems, grants a random status effect to all Glacial Peak allies, then summon a Glacial Peaks troop. So similar to the The other weapon, but explodes blue this time and has a summon of a Glacial Peaks troop. Very nice. Very nice. Any more for any more, or is that it? No, that is it. Oh no, we've got a Raven Scepter hiding at the bottom. Create 6 red gems, then convert all red gems to spirit gems. That's actually not too bad. Create 6 red gems, then convert all red to spirit gems. Spirit gems are blue, but with the added effect of mana drain when they're matched as well on the enemy. So can be actually pretty effective. Right, let's dive into the troops. Let's take a look at the mythics first. Ahries. Deals a random amount of damage to the first enemy, and if they die, explode 8 gems. If it was higher damage or it hit 2 enemies or something, it would be decent, but as it stands, it's just a this is just a poor mythic, it really is. Anyway, Ahries, need more ram, mate. Vernalis, surprisingly decent. You don't see this troop actually in many teams, but in the right team, it's actually very, very useful. Gives attack based on your magic to the first 2 allies and the same amount of life to the 2 weakest allies, and give 10 magic to the 2 strongest allies. So the spell doesn't sound particularly fantastic, but when it's combined with his third trait, Entangle and Fairy Fire a random enemy by matching green gems, he suddenly becomes rather useful. Against those skull-based teams where they just create skulls for fun, he uses green, so you're going to collect green, and you entangle and Fairy Fire a random enemy when doing that. And basically, because he's going to give magic to the 2 strongest allies as well, that's going to make their spell stronger. And you combine that with the fact that he's going to Fairy Fire enemies as well, and all of a sudden what he does can be very useful indeed. Do like Vernalis, I think he's somewhat underrated. Kurandara. Does damage to a single enemy boosted by Doom Skulls, then converts yellow gems to Doom Skulls and conjures a Doomstorm. So single target damage, potential for enormous damage if you get those nice alignments, especially if they're on a 4 match regarding those Doom Skulls. Yeah, very nice indeed. And is impervious as well, gets bonus red, which is nice, and 50% chance to curse all enemies when matching 4 or more gems. Very nice troop. Suna. Her hands are on fire. She steals life from the 2 weakest enemies, then steals 8 magic from the 2 strongest enemies, which basically means on the second cast, that spell will be even more powerful. Some okay traits: immune to burning and Fairy Fire a random enemy when matching red gems. Again, like Vernalis, you will be doing that because she uses red, and then if you can hit that person with her spell, then she'll be giving them 50% extra damage on top from that Fairy Fire. So yeah, pretty useful. Suna, very good. Who is next? Is that 4? Yes, it is. So let's take a look at the legendaries quick. Don't normally recommend crafting legendaries. Much better to save your hard-earned diamonds for those much more difficult to get mythics. But Carnex creates 5 skulls, then explodes 10 skulls and gains magic-based armor. So yeah, it can be really good when cast at the right situation. Carnex is not bad at all. Arboreth. I quite like this. I used to use this quite a lot in the early days of the game. Remove all gems with no effect, heal back to full, and then gain magic +1 attack. So basically, every time you cast that, he comes back as a stronger version of himself, which if you can manage to cast that when he's near death, it's kind of like an auto summon, but better than the version that was there before. Not bad at all. Do like it. And gain 3 to all skills when an enemy dies is so-so, but gain 2 life on 4 or 5 matches again, just okay. And gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. Yeah. Trait's nothing too great. Kerberos. Still see this today, and really good if you're a newer player of the game, taking on harder opponents, because you can rely on that devour to basically equal the game up a little bit, because the damage is not great, but the 40% chance to devour them is. And if you do that, you destroy another troop and add their attack, armor and life to your own. So very nice indeed, Kerberos. Who else we got? Uvashkar, wasn't it, at the bottom? Yeah. Convert all purple gems to Doom Skulls, and if there's an Eldritch minion on my team, create 3 more Doom Skulls, and it has a summon at the same time. So very nice spell, and is immune to all status effects, Devour, Lycanthropy, and Mana Burn via Impervious. And Milady Curse, independent, 25% chances to inflict Curse or Death Mark on a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. So that is it for the troops and weapons, but who cares? My mythic of the week. It's not going to be Ahries because you're absolutely rubbish, mate. Vernalis is very good. I do like it a lot. But Kurandara and Suna are both pretty decent as well in their own right. In fact, these three are all pretty good to me, but on the basis of it's a very controllable spell, the curse is really nice, it's got impervious, can dish out some absolutely enormous damage. I am going to give it to Kurandara, my mythic of the week. He doesn't wear Prada apparently, but there it is. Anyway, there's the video. I'll be back later on with my epic trials video, my invasion team, and more. Manic Monday, absolutely insane day. But there it is, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.